example 6 on page 584, solve this equation 4x squared plus 9 equals 0. And the standard form for a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. What we got is also a quadratic equation, but not in a standard form, because b is equal to 0. All you can say is still in a standard form. It's just that you don't see the term with the x because the coefficient b is equal to 0. 0 times x is 0. That's why you don't see this form. But this is still a quadratic equation in standard form when b equals 0. So now, when you don't have the x term, you'll be using the principle of square roots. Let's say when you have the equation x squared equal to d, okay? The solutions are square root of d or negative square root of d, okay? So you go from here. The solution of this is square root of d or negative square root of d. And then not only that, they say that when d is positive, so when this constant d positive, there are two real number solutions, two real number solutions. Okay? Now when d is equal to 0, there's only one. Only one solution. They say solution is 0. So the solution is 0. Solutions is 0. And this is the only solution when d equals 0. And the last one is when d is negative, you would have two solutions, and the two solutions are two imaginary numbers. So solutions are two imaginary numbers. Okay? So for this case, we have 4x squared plus d equals 0. When you don't see this middle term with the x, solve the equation to be in this form and use these conditions. Based on these conditions, define the solutions. So I have here 4x squared plus 9 equal to 0. I'm going to convert this form to this form. So that means I'm going to solve for x squared. So I remove this constant term by subtract 9 on both sides. 4x squared, this is 0, equal to 0 minus 9 is negative 9. And continue. To get x squared, I divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times x squared is x squared, equal to negative 9 over 4. Do you see that we are very close to this form right here, x squared equals d. D we have, which is here, negative 9 over 4. When d is negative, what do you have? In terms of solution, the solutions are two imaginary numbers. Numbers that have I, okay, in there. So it's basically they are complex number solutions. Okay, so our case going to be solutions are two imaginary numbers or complex numbers. So how do we solve this? In that case, so follow the same procedure. You would have the solutions are x equal to 9 over, actually negative 9 over 4, because d is negative 9 over 4, so you have x equal to square root of negative 9 over 4, which is d, right? Square root of d. Or you would have x equal to negative, because negative square root of d, right? So negative square root of d, and d is negative 9 over 4. Okay? Let me check if the book's written in the same form. So I have, this one is example 6. And yes, it is written in the same form. That's good. Now let's simplify. Now, We covered imaginary number or complex number last time. Remember, every time you see square root or even index k, rewriting this, you know this, basically an imaginary number, right? When you have square root of a negative value, you're never going to have a real number solution because square root of a negative number does not exist as a real number. So that means you would have the number that's our complex number, not real number. And similar to this case right here, even you have negative here, but think about the negative inside the square root, guarantee you won't have a real number solution when you take square root of a negative value or any k index, any index k's that are even. The radicants, if the radicants of a radical has k even, guarantee you won't have a real number solutions. In that case, the solutions are complex number. So, for this case, square root of a negative values is a complex number, not a real number. So let me rewriting this because in terms of -1 times 9 over 4, okay, or equal to -1 times 9 over 4, okay. And I'm going to split this radical to -1 times square root of 9 divided by 4, or equal right here, negative. Split this, I guess, -1 times square root of 9 over 4. Okay? Then simplify here. States. So you know that I is equal to square root of -1. We covered this earlier. So I'm going to replace square root of -1 with I, which is here. So I'm continue from here to here. I get I in play of this. So I times square root of 9 over 4. Now 9 over 4, you can rewrite this as 3 squared over 2 squared. Okay, because 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4. You want to obtain the second exponent so that you can simplify this square root because index is k equal 2. You want the exponent to match. Okay. All right. So then or equal to negative, and square root of -1 is I times square root of 3 squared for 9 and 2 squared for 4. Okay. Simplify further, we have equal I times 3 over 2, because I can simplify this radical because both have exponent 2 matched with the index k equal 2. That means you can simplify numerator and denominator, or negative I. Similar here, you have 3 over 2. Simplify further, you have 3 over 2 times I is R here, equal to negative 3 over 2 I. Again, as you see, these are two imaginary numbers. They're the same to the opposite side, so you can write the solution as x equal to plus or minus, right? Plus right here, minus right here, same value, 3 over 2 I. You can write two solution as one solution. Just put the plus or minus right here. And then let's check this solution. So we're going to check if these are the solutions. We have 4x squared plus 9 equal to 0. And again, because you have x squared or even exponent, you can check these two solutions at the same time, because when you square it, these plus and minus will turn out to be a positive value. And because these are the same, 3 over 2i, the same, when you square it, you get the same value. So I will substitute this into x plus or minus 3 over 2i squared plus 9, question mark. You don't know if this is a true solution that will left hand side equal to right hand side, so you put a question mark. Simplify 4 plus or minus, when you square it, become positive. Okay, 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, I squared is I squared plus 9 question mark equal to 0. Alright, 4 on top, the bottom, 4 at bottom is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Now I squared is equal to negative 1, okay, plus 9 equal to 0. And recall, you know that I is equal to square root of negative 1. So I squared, when you square both sides, you get negative 1. That's why substituting negative 1 for I squared in here. Okay, so we cover this already. Alright, simplify, we have 9 times negative 1 is negative 9 plus 9 question mark. Turns out negative 9 plus 9 is 0. 0 equals 0, which is true. So that means this x equal plus or minus 3 over 2 i's are solutions to this equation. Okay, so let me erase this, or I can put this here on the side here for you. So the solutions, so x equal to positive or negative 3 over 2 I are solutions to the equations 4x squared plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so the answers for this equations are x equal to plus 3 over 2 times I, or x equal to negative 3 over 2 times I. So this is I here.